Hey, what's up, everybody? 5 o'clock. It is. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Before we get started on breaking down this Bellator 216 MVP Paul Daley matchup we have tonight, I want to give a shout out to Sport Clips in Valdosta. If you're looking for a good haircut, they will line you up good. Got mine lined up today. They always do a good job. Again, if you're in Valdosta, that's Sport Clips, located at 1650 Baytree Road, directly across from the mall, in front of the movie theater next to Little Caesars. Go check them out. If you want to get lined up, get looking good, they will hook you up, guaranteed. So, yeah, man, let's get right into it. Tonight is Bellator 216 MVP versus Paul Daley, the grudge match. If you haven't, if you're not familiar with it, get familiar really quick. Got about 5 hours before that kicks in. It's going to take place at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut at 10 p.m. on the app DAZN. That's DAZN, DAZN. You can download the app, watch it live and on demand. Main card is going to be Mirko Cro Cop versus Roy Nelson, two legends of the sport. Mirko Cro Cop, always dangerous, coming up on the end of his career, but can never count him out. Right leg, hospital, left leg, cemetery. So, dude's a beast. Roy Nelson, former UFC heavyweight title contender. Also another legend of the sport. Check that one out. It's going to be a barn burner. Will not be going to a decision. Somebody's getting put to sleep for sure. Co-main event, we've got Czech Congo, also former UFC heavyweight, versus Vitaly Minakov. So that'll be your co-main event right there. And the headliner of the night, the one everybody's been waiting for, Michael Venom Page, otherwise known as MVP, is going to be taking on Paul Simtax Daley. God Guts Goals says, I have the best barber. What's up, man? I don't know, man. I don't know. They got me from a peasant to a prince, man. I'm feeling pretty good right now about what I got. So go check them out and go see Esther, man. You might like what she's got going on. But respect to everyone though. But yeah, like I was saying, MVP Paul Daley. If you're not familiar, get familiar, man. This one is going to be fireworks from the beginning. This is what we call a don't blink fight. It could last 5 minutes. It could last 5 seconds. Paul Daley's got crazy power in his hands. MVP is a magician out there. Nobody knows what's coming. But for those of you who are not familiar with these two guys, I'll give you a little background information on them to get started here. Michael Venom Page, 31 years old, fighting out of London, England. He's actually Trinidadian, and Jamaican is his heritage. But fighting out of London, England, the guy comes from a family of beasts. He's got a sister and 3 brothers who are all kickboxing champions. His dad was his head instructor growing up, so fighting for him is definitely in his blood. The Page family, that's what they do, man. They breed champions, and he's definitely one of the best in the world, much like his siblings appear to be as well. I need to look them up some more. Didn't know that until earlier today. But yeah, the fight is going to be at the welterweight division. It's that's 170 pounds. If you're unfamiliar, MVP Michael Page is 6'3", 77-inch reach, super tall for 170 pounds. 77-inch reach he's super lanky, long, really difficult to get hit, really difficult to be hit. He's a kickboxing base, but it's freestyle kickboxing and point karate. God Guts Goals. Yeah, that's tonight at 10. Actually, it's on the app DAZN, DAZN. Have to download that, and I believe it's a $9.99 monthly subscription. I'm not sure if they have a free trial or not, but I would suggest getting that. They're putting together a lot of good events. Bellator is doing a lot through them now, so I definitely check that app out. DAZN, DAZN. Go find the app. But yeah, Michael Page, kickboxing base, freestyle kickboxer, point karate, 10-time world champion, British champion over 25 times. So insanely talented. If you're not familiar with what point karate is, it's essentially, to put it in a nutshell, they are very good at standing on the outside to where you cannot hit them, and they rush in really fast. They throw a combo and they get back out. Sort of like if you're familiar with like guerrilla warfare, they're really far away. You can't get to them, and before you know it, they're on top of you. He's hitting you with a shot, and then he's out of range again. Jumps in, bam, bam, and then he's back out. Really difficult time. Really difficult to see what he's going to throw at you just because that elusive style. He's so smooth and so relaxed with it. So I would definitely look him up and educate yourself on who he is and what he does before tonight's fight. It's only going to get you more excited. So he is, like I said, 10-time world champion in karate, British champion over 25 times. Heck of a resume. Professional boxing 2-0, professional kickboxing 1-0, and his MMA career he is 13-0. Perfect record, unblemished. And let's see, he made his Bellator debut in. See, I got my notes right here. Let's see, he made his Bellator debut back on in May of 2014. He TKO'd Ricky Rainey at 4:29 of the first round. October 2014, he defeated Nashon Burrell by unanimous decision. July 2015, first round KO over Rudy Bears. October 2015, TKO of Charlie Ontiveros, again, first round. April 2016, winner by submission, another first round victory. Bellator 158, which was July 2016, winner by KO in round 2 at 4:31, 4 minutes 31 seconds of the second round. If you remember that, he defeated Evangelista Santos with the flying knee. And if you haven't seen pictures of that, if you're squeamish, stay away from it. I don't suggest it. Santos was attempting to come in. I believe he was a takedown attempt. Venom Page met him with a flying knee, fractured his skull, was completely dented in on the side. It was really, really tough to watch. Like I said, if you have a weak stomach, I would stay away from that. If you want to check it out, go to Google Images, Michael Venom Page, Evangelista Santos, and your mind will be blown at the power he was able to generate with that flying knee. Thank God Santos is okay. I think he's back to competing now, but it was scary to see live. So But yeah, he won that one by KO in the second round, 431. Then in November of the same year, 2016, against Fernando Gonzalez, he won by split decision. And then in May of 2018, he defeated David Ricketts by TKO at 43 seconds of round number 2. So you got a lot of round 1 finishes in there. Round 2 is only a couple that have went to decision. Again, the guy is extremely elusive, fights with his hands down, frustrates his opponents, makes them fight out of their element. So hard to get hit, and he's standing there right in front of him. He's so far away, he can bounce in and bounce out. Very explosive, and he's just been a highlight reel in every fight, just a highlight waiting to happen. So that's a little brief synopsis on who Michael Venom Page is. If you weren't familiar, now to let you know, Paul Simtex Daley is 35 years old. Michael Page is 31. Paul Daley is 35. He is 5'9", 74-inch reach. So yeah, not quite as tall as Michael Page. Not quite as tall as MVP, but only a 3-inch reach disadvantage, which is surprising due to the height disadvantage. Some long arms for Paul Daley, which he uses to Paul Daley's stand-up is wicked. If you want to see someone who is exciting on the feet, fast, power, Paul Daley is definitely someone you should check out. He's fighting out of Nottingham, England. He has a professional boxing record of 24 fights. He has 24 pro kickboxing fights, a record of 21 wins and 3 losses. MMA career professional, he has 58 fights, 40 wins, 16 losses, 2 draws. 58 fights. He's got a lot of miles on him, a lot of experience. He's seen everything that you could imagine having that many fights. So I don't know what you could really do to get him flustered in there. Anything you see, like I say, he's probably seen it at some point, so he'll be fully prepared. But you got to think, how many more miles does he have left in him, man? 58 fights would take a toll on anybody. I don't care how good you are. That's a lot of damage over the years. So we'll see how he looks. He's the former world welterweight champion and cage rage British welterweight champion. So a little bit about his fight past for you guys who are learning who he is. Back in December 2013, he won by knockout, and that would start him off on a 5-fight win streak that went from December 2013 all the way up to January 2016. And then he fought Douglas Lima in July 2016, lost by unanimous decision. And after that loss, he's been on a bit of a downslide. In his last 5 fights, he has 2 wins and 3 losses. Again, Douglas Lima beat him by unanimous decision. He won, my apologies, KO against Brennan first round, flying knee. Lost to Rory McDonald, choke in round 2. Defeated Linz Larkin, KO in round 2, and then lost to John Fitch by decision. So it's win-loss, win-loss. There's 2 and 3, like I said, in his last 5. So he's going to be hungry to get back on the winning side of things and start climbing that ladder again for sure. But yeah, that's just a brief background on these guys. So getting into it, if you've watched any of the press conferences, if you've watched any of the build up to this fight, these 2 guys are not fans of each other at all. There's no love lost. There's no, I hope you do well. None of that. It is good old fashioned, I don't like you, you don't like me. Let's hop in there and see who can knock the other one out. And so if you're who is not a fan of watching 2 guys wrestle, if you're not a big jiu-jitsu fan, if you like to tune in and see 2 guys square off and throw punches, throw kicks, and keep it standing, this one is the one for you. I'm telling you, not going to go to a decision. It's not going to last 15 minutes. I'm not sure if there's a 15 or 25, but regardless of the fact, it's not going to a decision. That is a guarantee. Somebody is going to get sleep. Whether Paul Daley can catch him with a heavy shot um, while Venom comes in, or if Michael Page hits him with something crazy, gets him flustered, gets him out of character, um, gets him to become overly aggressive and picks him apart and hurts him early. Um, Something is going to go down heavy. Somebody's getting put to sleep. And I really don't know which one it's going to be. God Gus Goals, no pay per view. I don't. It's on the DAZN network. It is pay per view. I don't really know how you would classify that. I guess not. So you can download the app and check it out. So I don't think that would be considered a pay per view. Much like ESPN Plus, if you get the subscription, you can watch the new UFC events that they're now doing on ESPN Plus. But like I was saying here, is what we got here. Is we got two different styles. We've got Paul Daley, who is going to march forward. He's gonna try to walk you down. He's gonna be really aggressive. He's gonna try to use his hand speed, use his power, use his kicks to land a knockout shot and get you out of there. He's not gonna try to make it pretty. He's not gonna come in with an elaborate game plan. He's coming in to kill or be killed, as they say. And that's the style. I think if you want to beat Michael Page, nobody's been able to solve that puzzle yet. Nobody's been able to get in there and figure it out. They've all been taken out in dramatic fashion. Uh, spinning kicks, spinning kick KOs, flying knees, cracking guys' skulls. Um, Everyone's just getting worked. Everyone's been looking like they just don't know what to do next. But if you want to beat him, I think Paul Daley definitely has that style to beat him. He's going to try to walk him down. He's going to be in his face. He's going to try to pressure him up against the cage, cut off that movement, and he's not going to back down. He's not going to stand there and wait for Michael Page to set him up to do something crazy. He's going to put try to put him on his heels and make him be a counter puncher as opposed to the aggressor, as opposed to the trickster, I should say, that he's been so far. And maybe that is the key. We'll see, but I think that is what Paul Daley is going to have to do is fight his fight. He can't get rushed. He can't get flustered. He can't get caught with that bouncing in and out style that MVP likes to employ from his point karate days. He's probably going to take some shots. They're going to get in there and he's going to get hit with quick, but he's got to stay composed. He's going to have to keep his wits about him, stick to what he knows, which is, again, his hand speed, his power, doing what he does best. And he's going to have to walk him down and try to make it his fight. He can't stand on the outside and play MVP's game. It's just not going to work for him. And then on the other hand, MVP, he's going to come in and do what he does. He's going to be flashy, walking down the runway. He's going to be showboating. He's going to be talking trash. He's going to be smiling like he's not worried. But trust me, he is extremely focused. Don't be confused by all of the antics, all of the trash talk, all of the dancing and silliness and playing around. That's all part of the game plan. It's the psychology of the fight. He wants to get you off of your game. He wants to get you frustrated. He wants to get you to a point where you do not like him so much that you begin to fight out of emotion. all you want to do is go in and take his head off so bad that you forget about your training, you forget about the weeks that you put into your camp, you forget about what got you there, and you become caught up in the moment and you make a mistake, which is what's happened so far. So Paul Daley has to really, really, really stay calm if he wants to win this fight. He's gotta be relaxed, not let MVP get into his head. He's gotta fight his fight. MVP wants to throw him off. He's gonna showboat. He's gonna clown. He's gonna dance while he walks around to the cage. He's gonna have his sunglasses on. Um, he's gonna do everything he can to get every single competitive advantage before he steps into that cage and while he's in there. Which that's the name of the game. You want every single advantage you can. People look at guys like Conor McGregor or Floyd Mayweather or guys who do a lot of talking or showboating and things like that. Don't let that be a confusion. These guys are focused. They know exactly who they're fighting. They know what they're doing. They know why they're saying what they're saying. It's all to get every single advantage that you can before you step into the cage and do what you have to do. Because again, this is fighting. This isn't this isn't basketball. This isn't baseball. This isn't tennis. They say you play basketball, you play baseball, you play um, tennis. You don't play fighting. So you want every single competitive advantage that you can have before you step into the ring or the cage, so you can get in there, get out of there as quick as possible, and take as little damage as you possibly can. That's the name of the game. You hear guys say, I'm ready for a war. I'm ready for 15 minutes. I'm ready for 25 minutes, which may be true. They might have put the time into the camp to where their bodies are prepared to go as long as need be. But don't get it twisted. Nobody wants to be in there longer than they have to be. Give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. My apologies. All right. Again, apologies about that delay. Got dinner cooking, had to go break it out of the oven. But yeah, each guy's got to employ his game plan. Paul Daley has to stay calm, has to stay relaxed. Via, much like if you go back and you remember the first time Chris Weidman, the first time, all right, Chris, we'll see you, man. The first time that Weidman fought Anderson Silva, game plan 101: stay calm, stay composed, don't get caught up into the hype, don't get caught up into the showboating with the hands down and become emotional and fight your fight and you got you can win. That's it. And MVP is going to do what he does. He's going to clown. He's going to try to get him mad, and he's going to try to make him just another put another spot on his highlight reel. So again, I would definitely tune into this fight, guys. It's going to be fireworks from beginning to end. If you want to see an exciting fight, one that's not going to be boring, you're not going to sit there and want to turn away because nothing's happening. It's going to be constant live action from start to finish. Um, as far as my prediction, I'm stuck on it. Um, I just think, like I said in the beginning, Paul Daley, he's been on a bit of a slide. He's 2-3 in his last 5 fights. He is, he's got 58 pro fights. So tons of experience will be his advantage. But Michael Page is just he's doing things that no one has seen before. No one's came in with this level of point karate style. The way he moves, the way he jumps in and out and attacks and gets away. I don't know if Paul Daley is going to be able to deal with that. Um, so, I, so tough to call, but I'm going to go with MVP, man. I'm going to go with Michael Page. I think he'll be able to get him frustrated. I think he'll be able to get him to act out of character. He'll get him coming in, and he'll start peppering him with shots to the body, legs, back to the head. I think he'll land something and put him away. I'm gonna go Michael Venom Page, TKO at early part of round 3. I think he'll get him in round 3. So MVP, TKO round 3. But again, that's just my prediction. Anything can happen. All it takes is one shot on the button, and anybody can go to sleep in any fight. Everybody always has a puncher's chance. So, guys, I'm telling you, tune in. That's tonight, Bellator 216 on the DAZN network. That's DAZN. If you don't have the app, go download it, check it out. And starts at 10 p.m. We got about 4.5 hours before it kicks off. Good way to spend your Saturday night. Get some friends together, order some pizzas, get some drinks, whatever you do, and enjoy it, man. Let me guys know what you think. Comment, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep looking out for more videos. Let's chit chat about more fights coming up, and let me know if your predictions turned out to be right or wrong. Let's talk about it, man. Until then, everybody stay happy, stay positive. Life is short. Give somebody a hug, smile a little bit, help somebody out, and have a good rest of the night, guys, and enjoy the fight.